So here's the first page of the July 2010 financial statement. You'll see here it shows the board, what month we're looking at, and then underneath the date there is bullet points that Denise puts in there to bring to our attention income and expenses, things out of the ordinary that we should be aware of as we look at the entire financial packet. You'll see the electric expense is reflective of the lower amounts from the energy efficient lighting. So we had installed all the fluorescent lighting throughout the property, and so our electric expense went down. She explains that. She explains some things regarding the solar panels, insurance resolution, just things pertinent to each month. Page 2, just kind of following up with more notes. Page 3 is an assets page, breaking our assets down as current, fixed, designated capital, undesignated operating. Liabilities goes along with the assets page, kind of breaks all those down. Page 5 here is the one that I'm actually particularly interested in, as this is the page I believe each homeowner gets at the meeting. So on the left hand side of the page you're going to see current actual, current budget, current variable, account number, and account title. The income is going to be on the top portion of the page, and the expense is going to be at the bottom portion of the page. On the right hand side of the page is the year-to-date accrued values for each of the corresponding current line items. So let's just take an example. For the month of July, homeowners' fees, we brought in $12,785.61. We budgeted $12,786. So we were 39 cents short. Pretty right on. Guest houses, we budgeted that we might bring in $66. We brought in $50. We're $16 under budget. So you can go through each line item and see the operating income for the month of July. Current actual total income was $15,467.81. Current budgeted was $16,329. So we were actually under budget $861.19. If you go over to the year-to-date, you'll see how those numbers stack up year-to-date. Year-to-date, we had budgeted income of $81,645. Well, we actually brought in $82,872.64. So we're actually over budget by $1,227 on the income side, which is 1.5% of the budget. You want to pay particularly attention to the account numbers here, because these actually correspond to a document later in the packet. So CMI has each line item broken down with an account number next to it. Expenses, you can see our electric, month of July, cost just over $1,000. Budgeted was $1,251. So we were actually under budget by $151. Excuse my dog eating in the background. Garbage, we are currently at $1,468 for the month of July. We budgeted $1,376, so we're actually over budget by $92.84. So you can go down line by line, and you can look at each expense in the same way you can look at the income. So when you net these out, our expenses for the month of July were $16,679.87. We budgeted $16,159. Not bad. We're over budget by $520.87. So when you net out the income, the difference up here, as well as the expense, the difference right here, currently we are over budget by $1,382.06. On the right hand side you can look at the same numbers, the same line items, broken down in year-to-date numbers. When that is completely netted out, you'll see that we're 8.8% over budget. We brought that down. I believe we started the year out quite a bit over budget. It was over 20%, and each month that number is coming down closer and closer to zero. We don't want to be over budget, or we want to be pretty dang close to zero when our fiscal year ends, February, March-ish time. So it's kind of a quick breakdown on how you look at the operating income and expense for each month. The second page here, page number 6 rather, you're going to see the reserve income and expense broken down the same way with your current month on the left hand side and your year-to-date totals on the right hand side. So this is going to deal with things such as common elements, laundry machines, light fixtures, all your reserve income and expenses. Page number 7 deals with the accrual. And I said back here on page number 5 to pay attention to the account numbers, because each one of these account numbers actually coincides with line items here on the broken down accrual. These following pages here show things that are broken down where money goes in and goes out from those accounts. Here you can see the income we received from the RV lots for the month of July. Stuff sort of such as that. Page number 10 is just more of the same, and it's just detail after detail showing us where all of our money is coming from and where all of our money is going. I'm going to skip over pages 13, 14, and 15 because those are actually pages that deal with owner late pays. So people that owe us money, people that have paid too much. There's a report that basically shows everyone who's not at zero. If you're 5 cents too much, you've overpaid, or $100 you owe the HOA, it breaks it down so we can see exactly where each account is at. Just to give you an idea where we're at, we have 6 different accounts that owe the HOA more than $1,000. That represents about 4.5% delinquency rate. We want to definitely stay under 5%, but we're actually looking to get it down way farther than that. 2 out of the 6 are actually one owner who owes us more than $17,000. Currently, we have everything from liens in place to collections attorneys and all the legal means we need necessary to help our owners all pay. Page number 16 is the accounts payable aging report, vendors we owe money to, the plumber, that sort of thing. Page number 17 is a statement from U.S. Bank for our operating account. Just like you'd receive a statement from your bank, it goes to each board member to show the money that goes in, money that goes out each month. We get a copy of it. Page number 19, this is a check register. Douglas Lang is the treasurer, and he signs the checks each month, but each board member is actually given a copy of the check register to see checks that were written each month, so we can go ahead and reconcile those to the records and just keep track of where our money's going. Page number 20 is basically a summary showing the ending balance per the bank statement, less outstanding accounts payable that's still out there, showing us what we actually have on our balance sheet, much like balancing your checkbook. So pages 21, this is now dealing with the reserve account. It's just the bank statement for the reserve account, and the same summary page for that as well. So this basically shows you, in a nutshell, what is it, this month, the 22 pages of financial details that we receive from CMI. We as a board each individually take quite a bit of time to go over all of this, and we welcome your questions. And if you'd ever like to see the report, grab a board member, you're more than welcome to take a look at it. We do try to be a little sensitive with the accounts receivable aging report, the one that shows delinquencies, because that does have unit owner names and numbers, that sort of thing. And for collection purposes, a lot of times it's a little bit easier if we tread lightly on that part of it. But the rest of the document, you're more than welcome to grab me, and I'll show you a little more in detail. You can read through it and see where we're at, see what we look at, and hopefully when it comes time to look at the operating income and expense next month, you'll have a little more education behind you to understand what's going on there. So this ends my section discussing the financial statement, the financial report, financial statement for which was the most current month, July of 2010. And I look forward to chatting with you next time on another topic relating to Greenbrook Homeowner Association. If you have any questions, any concerns relating to this blog, email me at OurGBCBlog@gmail.com. Make sure that if it's requests or concern relating to the property and the management of the property, that you get a hold of CMI, not me. My blog, my email is strictly just for information on more global scale, not specific issues relating to day-to-day living here. But if you would like to see something on the blog, if you have a question you'd like to see me answer, go right ahead, shoot me an email at OurGBCBlog@gmail.com. Bye for now.